The Change Corporation is all about culture change, and we talk about culture change for good, because one of the things that we know that companies struggle with is how on earth, do you change your culture, do you align the behaviour of your people, in order to deliver your new business strategy, particularly if you're becoming digitised in the brave new world. A lot of companies struggle with how on earth do they get people to change their attitude, to become really curious and interested, in the new strategy of the organisation. And one of the things that we are really proud about and we talk about is the fact that we work with one person at a time. We think that's really, really important, to work with not only the senior level of the organisation, but with the middle layer, with the middle managers, and absolutely with the frontline staff. So we're about, convincing and working with one person at a time to help them understand what do the changes mean for them, and to get them on board with those changes. So it's certainly not about putting a poster on the wall, with the new values and behaviours. This is about absolutely us coming in, working closely with you, arm in arm, for as long as it takes to deliver the culture change project. That's what I believe is really important.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I agree. And I want to emphasize what you talked about, the digital changes that we are in. We know that we are in a digital paradigm shift, and people are struggling with using the new tools. You have organizations who buy new software or need to change the processes of how they reach their clients, or how you work internally with sharing information, how you co-create, etc. And getting people on board, really. We know that of all these change projects, it's at least 60% that is about the people and getting them engaged and creating that culture shift. And when you know that 13% of everyone globally are engaged at work, and you're going through a big change that also affects your culture, then you know that you really have to have the strategy and the process in place so that you can have a success. Also, when knowing that 70% of all change projects, they fail. So it's so important to have the focus on this from the get-go, and to really embrace the change and get everyone on board, so that everyone can have that say in how you're going to have it and how the culture is going to be moving forward. And also behavior and the behavior of employees, how that plays out. And
I think that's the biggest strength of our team, actually, is making sure that the change embeds with everybody that's involved, because change has the potential to be really, really risky and scary, and when we get underneath the skin of it, we find that people just want to feel good about it. They want to break through that fear of what the change means to them, and that's why we work at every single level to make sure that people are on board, that the change is embedded on an emotional level, rather than just some kind of change program that's delivered off the shelf, which is not as an effective way of delivering effective change.
Yeah, we're not so much about coming in and deliver a training program, because in our experience, these things are very, they just don't work really, in terms of helping to change culture. You might get a very short-term impact, but even then that's probably doubtful. We come in, we embrace you, and what we mean by that is we literally come in as part of your organisation. We're operating arm in arm with you at all levels, so tops, middles and bottoms, to help you understand what changes are required, and at the same time always focused A, on the return on your investment, and B, being able to transfer what we know to your people, so that we can leave as quickly as possible, and that your staff, your team, is absolutely skilled up to carry on with the culture change process that we have helped you kick off, and to deliver it totally successfully.
And we'd love to hear from you to understand your challenges, so get in touch with us today. Let us know what current challenges you have on your plate, and we can see if we can help you with them immediately.